After a war of words with BCCI, PCB has now picked a battle with the Sri Lankan Cricket Board over the hosting rights of the Asia Cup, subsequently declining Sri Lanka's offer to play an ODI series in the island nation. Hi, I'm Gargi Raut and let's look at how PCB has managed to ravage its relationship with two neighbouring cricket boards. PCB, who is scheduled to host the Asia Cup this year, and BCCI, who is scheduled to host the World Cup later this year, have been going back and forth about visiting each other's country. BCCI has been very vocal about the matter. The tussle began when it was revealed that Pakistan would be hosting the Asia Cup. BCCI straight up refused the proposal, citing political tensions and security reasons. To which PCB replied by stating that in protest, they would not be visiting India for the World Cup if the Indian team doesn't visit Pakistan for the Asia Cup. In order to make sure that the tournament is hosted by Pakistan, PCB proposed a hybrid model where the first 4 matches of the tournament would take place in Pakistan and the matches that involved India would take place at a neutral venue, possibly Dubai. Now, how does the Sri Lankan Cricket Board come into picture, you may ask? Well, Najam Sethi was expecting SLC to convince the Indian Cricket Board to take part in the Asia Cup at Pakistan. Sethi, who shares a close relationship with the Afghanistan and the Bangladesh Cricket Board, was expecting the same out of them. But in the midst of the battle between PCB and BCCI, the Sri Lankan Cricket Board offered to host the Asia Cup at an island nation. Sethi, who was adamant about making sure that if not the entirety of the tournament, at least half of it would be hosted by Pakistan, is now incredibly disappointed with SLC and their new offer. The PCB chief is also furious over the fact that some of the board heads went to India for the IPL final and met with the BCCI secretary Jay Shah. Sources say that the BCCI has refused PCB's proposal of the hybrid model, although no official confirmation has come out of the board yet. Tensions are growing between SLC and PCB too. Pakistan was scheduled to visit Sri Lanka to play a 2-test series, and the Sri Lankan board had offered Pakistan to play an additional ODI series since Pakistan is optimistic about its chances of making it from the World Cup qualifiers. But now, Pakistan has turned down the offer to visit the country over the fact that SLC offered to host the Asia Cup. Sources say an example of the increasingly strained relationships between the two boards emerged after the PCB turned down SLC's proposal. It is a clear indication that the PCB is not happy with the Sri Lankan board stepping in to offer to host the Asia Cup in September, when it is Pakistan's turn to host the regional event at home. PCB has now ravaged its relationship with two boards from the Asian Cricket Council over the hosting of the Asia Cup. If it continues to do so, it may very well be that the council would decide to shift the tournament to a completely new venue. Stay tuned to know how the whole situation transpires, and let me know in the comments if you think it was okay for PCB to turn down Sri Lanka's offer for the ODI series. That is it for today's video. Always wonderful to be here. Like, share and subscribe to Sports Today. Tap the bell icon so you're up to date with the whole situation, and don't forget to download the AajTak app.